Yes, we're all going to have hard times. Grief was the hardest time for me, Michael, even though I knew Carol was going to die. But still, oh my gosh, a loss of not having her here after 40 years. I had a meltdown yesterday, and it's still emotional for me now that she is in heaven. I am an independent single woman. I'm not just a widow. I'm an independent single woman wanting to give what I can give to make our world better. And it's not based upon a relationship now in my life. At the time with Carol, we were a couple as solid as you could be. It was all about our profound love. And that's how we lived our life, profoundly and joyfully. Renee and her staff were just phenomenal. Of course, Carol's in her powered chair, and they don't quite have the best handicap accessibility. They have an elevator, but it was very awkward. And so when I went in and talked with them, they were more than willing to come out to the car with the paperwork that needed to be signed by Carol for the documentation for our wedding, for our marriage license. So they were just so good about it, you know? It's nice when you run into people that don't give you a snag about something. They just want to help you. They want to be there for you. Sounds like that happens in your life too, huh?
Well, it has happened, but not as much in the last few years, frankly, but that's okay, you know, because it does come and go. That feeling of having the magic inside me, I have had often.
Awesome.
It was wonderful. That feeling of vujade, like I ain't never been here before, has also occurred, and more frequently in the last few years, and that's okay too.
Well, and I told you
those
when
are
you
learning.
took me into your studio office the other day, you know, I mean, I know my eyes just bugged out of my head, and I'm going, oh my gosh, I didn't say it right away, but it's like, I've been here before, Michael. I've been in this office.
You said that.
Oh my God. Oopsie.
And when you said it, it blew me away that when that you said it, I noticed the idea in your mind when it occurred. And it worried me because I was wondering what's going on, because you were clearly looking like there was something interesting going on in your head that I didn't understand at the moment.
Right.
And so it was pretty weird and amusing later on when you said that, and I realized, oh, well, that's got to be what I saw.
Yep.
Just to kind of set us in place and in motion here, I am traveling with Joanie Lindenmeyer, who was a childhood family friend.
Yes.
Yeah, at St. John's in San Diego 65 years ago.
Oh my God.
60 years ago now.
Let's see, I'm 67, so I was probably about 8, 9, or 10 when I rode on the handlebars of your bicycle. And you taught me guitar at age, I think it was about 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade.
And Joanie Lindenmeyer is the voice of joy. And this is how I know her.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
Grown up in the same church, learned a whole lot of lessons, each of us in different ways. And this young lady has the message of joy that just brings us all forward. And that's what makes her, her.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to a book signing today because you have your 3rd book just came out in October, right?
Yes,
Is
October
that
1st.
So talk to me about those.
Okay. Well, the 3rd book is Healing Religious Hurts, Stories and Tips to Find Love and Peace. And it came about because in the book tour of None Better, which is the story of my life with my sweetie pie Carol, that came out March 19th of 2023, after doing a book tour for a year, there were many, many issues that people brought to the forefront in talking with me as I was signing books. And one of them was religion and spirituality. And they would say, oh, I knew this sister, I knew this priest, or I belong to this church, or this really bothered me about this church, and why couldn't I go to communion after a divorce, and how come I couldn't be an altar server and I was female, and oh, I went through this terrible annulment with the church, and I just don't like my church anymore, and they, just like you've experienced, Joanie, they won't marry gay people, they won't marry same-sex people, and so all these issues came out, and I started to write these things down. And it was a combination of religious hurts and LGBTQ joys and sorrows as well. And so I said, okay, well, Joanie, take that to your prayer corner. So I went to my prayer corner in my living room, which I always do. That's a big thing for me, discernment and prayer. And Jesus, Carol, should I write these next 2 books? And the answer was yes, absolutely. Forming a team, that's sort of my specialty. I love sports, Michael, and I've always been a PE teacher, a sports coach, and so to develop a team of people that could share their stories and figure out with our outline where their story would be best put in this book. And so what we thought was going to be a 100-page book turned into a 300-page book. Can you believe that? Just amazing. And all of our hearts just spilled out raw vulnerability, gutsy life experiences that can inspire and encourage, and mostly my 3 C's. It's confidence, courage, and collaboration. We all have become more confident. We all have been courageous in our life and our decisions and coming out. And then, of course, to talk about it, to collaborate, to share. That's what it's all about. So, just last week, can you believe this? Last week, Q Spirit Christian Books globally presented both books, LGBTQ and Healing Religious Hurts, in the top 24 in 2024. Think about that. Globally, Christian books. My 2 books. It just blows me away. And it just adds to what happened to None Better. None Better, 4 months after it was published, it became an Amazon ebook bestseller at number 24 for 4 months in a row. And then it got the 2023 LGBTQ Christian Book Award as well. So it's like, I just feel like I'm on this mission or this ministry to touch hearts, share thoughts, share ideas, share pains, and share the joys, because we can all get through stuff in life, I guess is really what it is, to get through stuff when we hang on to each other and hang on to Jesus, because Jesus is alive and well and kicking, and that's what it's all about, Alfie.
The success of the 2nd and 3rd books, we're not surprised because they followed the success of None Better.
I never looked at it that way, but yes, it wouldn't have happened without the None Better, that's for sure. Exactly. And will it become an Amazon ebook or Amazon bestseller? I don't know. But books last forever. I think it was a miracle that None Better happened so quickly. But books last forever, and good books really last forever. And so maybe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, when I'm dead and gone, Michael, my family, the legacy that they will have of Aunt Joanie and of Aunt Carol, will be able to shine in those grand nephews and nieces and their relationships, and it'll just keep on spreading to people all over the world. There's no limit to it. That